All right, welcome back, sixth graders. Hope you guys are doing well. Please, if you have any questions, please email me. Please comment on Google Classroom or anything. Happy to answer any questions you have. Hope you guys did well in your spelling test. And made the errors or made the corrections that you needed of the errors that you made. Okay, let's continue. We're on lesson 9. We should finish that today, and tomorrow we'll start lesson 10. Okay, we're on part G. We're going to practice the activity. Our directions are read each question, look back at the story on page 37, fill in each blank with the best word. All right, so let's go back and we haven't read the story. Let's reread it real quick so we can answer the questions a lot easier. Part 1, the title is Toys. Where do toys come from? Many would say that toys come from toy stores or other big stores. Today, many toys do come from stores. In the past, toys were made at home or by people called toy makers. Toys made in the past were carved and painted by hand. Many toys today are made of plastic. They are different from past toys. They also not last as long. In the past, people saved toys that they liked and passed them on to other children to play with. Part 2. A toy maker must enjoy working with his or her hands. Toy makers must cut, saw, or carve each part of the toy by hand. They must also make all the parts fit. If the parts do not fit, the toy makers will have to reduce some of them. Tools like a saw or a drill can be helpful, but a toy maker's hands are the best tools. When the toy is all made, the toy maker may sand it, make it smooth, and then paint it. The work takes time but gives joy to the toy maker. Toy makers think it is time well spent because they can give such joy to children. Part 3. Making toys for children to play with and enjoy is an art and a craft. Many people who make toys sell them at arts and craft shows. Most things at an arts and craft shows are made by hand. People like toys that have been made with devotion. Toys made by hand may cost a bit more, but people understand that toy makers spent a lot of time and toil making them. The next time you go to an arts and crafts show, look for a toy maker's booth. You may find toys that were made by hand, like a boat to float in a tub. Okay, let's go back and let's see what questions they're asking us. Part 1. Who made toys in the past? Okay, so what does it mention? Let's go back. Where do toys come? Many would say that toys come from toy stores or other big stores. Today, many toys do come from stores. In the past, toys were made at home or by people called toy makers. Okay? So number 1, we're going to write, in the past, toy makers made toys. Okay, if you need to spell toy makers, just go back and look at how to spell toy makers. And number 2, what are many toys made of today? Today, many toys are made of, remember? Right, plastic. Plastic. Okay? Right, plastic right there. Number 3, what did people do with toys in the past since the toys lasted longer? People saved the toys and passed them on to other, remember? Right, children. Children, they passed on to other children. All right. Number 4, what are toy makers' best tools? A toy maker's blank are the best tools. Remember what it said in part 2? Right, hands. A toy maker's hands are the best tools. Number 5, how might toy makers finish a toy? They might make it smooth and then, so they might, remember, sand it to make it smooth and then, right, paint it. Paint it. And number 6, why do toy makers enjoy making toys? They enjoy making toys because the toys give them such, remember what that word was? Right, joy. Joy to children. Right, part 3. Where can you find handmade toys today? You can find handmade toys at an, remember? An art and crafts show, right? So art and crafts. Number 8, why do people like handmade toys? People like handmade toys because the toys are made with, remember that word? It's kind of a hard one. Let's go back. People like toys that have been made with devotion. Devotion. D-E-V-O-T-I-O-N. Devotion. Okay. So now we're on H, practice activity 2, where it says underline all the endings that make sense. So we're going to underline them. On a hot afternoon, Carl might enjoy a trip to the beach, see a raccoon in the moonlight, cut the lawn with his lawnmower, or stay in the shade to avoid sunburn. So a hot afternoon, what would you like to do on a hot afternoon? Would you like to mow the lawn? I wouldn't. Right? Would you want to see a raccoon in the moonlight? Well, the moonlight you really can't, right? Or it's not the moonlight's not in the afternoon. You want to stay in the shade to avoid a sunburn? Possibly. But what would be fun? More fun. All right. Enjoy a trip to the beach. So you can underline enjoy a trip to the beach. Okay. Number 2. Okay. Well, actually, there's more than one. I was just going back. There's more than one. First one will be enjoy a trip to the beach. Next one will be cut the lawn with his lawnmower. You can do that. And then you can stay in the shade to avoid a sunburn, okay? So the one that you would not want to use is see a raccoon in the moonlight, because that wouldn't make any sense, okay? On a dark night, Janice might sit inside and embroider a pillowcase. Okay, we could do that. Get a suntan at the beach. Can you get a tan at nighttime? No, right? But enjoy an oyster dinner. Okay, we eat dinner at nighttime, dark time. What about play her auto harp and sing? Can you do that at night? Yep. So you want to underline A, C, and D. And up here as well, A, C, and D. Okay, so those are all the endings that make sense. Those what make sense. Okay, practice activity 2, or 3, sorry. Fill in each blank with the best word. Okay? So number 1, let's read together. Did you tell Jen that slacks are on sale? Did you blank that corduroy socks are on sale? Okay, what word do you think would work in here? Okay, right, mention. Did you mention that corduroy socks are on sale? Okay, that would go right there. Number 2, I like hot dogs better than hamburgers. I blank hot dogs. Okay, which one? Right, prefer. I prefer hot dogs. Right, number 3, the box had 5 parts. It had 5. What's another word for parts? Right, sections. Sections, so right, sections. Okay, the report had lots of mistakes. Janice had 2. Which one goes in there? If you have lots of mistakes, you need to, right, redo the report. Redo right up there. Okay, number 5, these toys are Beth's. The toys blank to Beth. Which one works? Right, belong. The toys belong to Beth. Right, number 6, the drawing looks very much like Pam. It is a close, what could it be? This is a little tricky one, but it is a likeness. Likeness, okay, so you write likeness. Number 7, I did not sleep last night. It was a blank night. Okay, when you don't sleep a lot, what happens? Right? Sleepless. It was a sleepless night. They didn't get a lot of sleep. Okay, number 8. First, we will make coleslaw. Then we will make hamburgers. We will make the coleslaw blank. We make the hamburgers. We're going to do before you make, or we're going to do, right? You want to make it before, right? Before we make the hamburgers. All right, let's forget this. Number 9, my handwriting is so messy. It is not very. Okay, if you can't read it, it's not readable. Readable. Okay, number 10, if you do not clean your teeth, they will. What happens when you don't clean your teeth? Decay. They will decay. Okay. Number 11, my little sister gathered a blank of small shells. So if you're gathering something, you usually need a handful of small shells. And the last one, an unattended fire can blank a forest. What can happen if you have a fire? Right, it can destroy. Okay, if you need to go back, go ahead and pause and go back and get those answers again. Our time is up. So I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and miss you guys, and we'll see you next time.